Welcome, guys. It's All In with CSN. It's Monday night here. Cold, frigid night here in the upstate of South Carolina, here in Tiger Town. We're about a mile away from Death Valley. It's Crow Flies here from the CSN studios. But, here to update you guys on what's been going on over the last week. Sorry we missed you on Friday. We're a little bit under the weather, so we didn't do the show on Friday. We'll update you guys. But before we get started, let's always, as we have to always do this, and that's thank our sponsors, especially the folks over at Ingles. Low prices, love the savings, love Ingles. 8 years with CSN as our title sponsor. Benson Ford, 7 years as the subtitle sponsor. They're down there in Easley, South Carolina. Oakway Tractor, and my friends over at JW Martin Real Estate. They all are our title sponsors here at Clemson Sports News. Be sure to check those guys out online, as well as the other 50-plus sponsors that we have at Clemson Sports News. Welcome, guys. Monday night, a lot going on, basketball. I bet you guys don't realize this. We play the Gamecocks tomorrow night in basketball. I don't think anybody realizes that yet. At home, at Little John. You got nothing going on? Get down to Little John tomorrow night. Tigers, Gamecocks, basketball tomorrow night. Tigers just got through with a win over Mercer on Saturday afternoon. Yeoman was like work. They looked a little sluggish, a little bit of a letdown after that BYU loss. I think put a lot into that game at the Madison Square Garden last Monday, and they came home. But they got the win against a really scrappy team. That Mercer team looks pretty scrappy. That point guard could really put some points up. But basketball off to a good start. The ladies just won a basketball game. They won their first ACC game of the year over Pitt on Sunday afternoon over in Little John. So things looking up for Sean Poppy's bunch. Just a lot going on. Football. Bowl prep just started. We just had our first access today. We'll talk about all this here, man, as we talk about Clemson Sports News. Man, hey, visit ClemsonSportsNews.com, the website, our Facebook. Our Facebook page in the last month, guys, the last 28 calendar days, okay? Now, this changes every day, depending on how many people visit our page. But our Facebook page, Clemson Sports News, the Facebook page. 9+ million views in the last 28 days, guys. We are so proud of that. 9 million views in the last 28 days. It's amazing. And that's just you guys. The folks right here on this feed that watch us, the folks that watch us on Twitter, Instagram. Our YouTube is taking off. Last week, we made a big effort to finally get our YouTube going. We had a YouTube page up a few years back, and it was doing great. Had about 8,000 followers, and for some reason, YouTube shut it down. It would not give us a reason. So we just kind of hesitated on firing back up. And we put all of our efforts over towards Facebook, what was a little bit more interactive. But, man, we fired up the YouTube page, and last week we pulled up 1,000 followers like it was nothing. We want to do it again this week. So, guys, go over to YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. Also over our Twitter, at Clem Sport News, and also on our Instagram account. Find us at all these places because we can get you news any way, which way you want to get it, and we'll send it to you through those platforms. But also, as always, it all emanates from ClemsonSportsNews.com, the website. So, again, basketball doing great. Football, let's talk about it for a minute here. So much going on. First of all, there's the opt-outs. The guys that are going to be declared for the NFL draft, and the guys that have just lost their eligibility. DeMonte Capehart, Peter Woods, TJ Parker, Avion Terrell. Guys are all heading to the NFL. Antonio Williams. None of these guys are going to play in the bowl game, okay? Kay Klubnik's playing, but I got news today while we have coverage down at practice today. He's getting hurt thumb. He didn't throw a football in practice today. No one told us this. He's got a hurt thumb and literally didn't throw a ball in practice today. So, with that being said, and the fact that we have 24 players right now reportedly injured and unable to play inside the top 24 of the offensive and defensive depth chart. I think he said like 14 on one side and 12 on the other, or something like that is what Dablo was saying. Guys, we're going to see scout teams up there playing. And believe me, Penn State's in the same shape. Penn State's in the same shape we're in. They got new coaching staff coming in. Nobody knows who's going to be doing what. Players are opting out left and right up there. All their star players have already opted out and said no. That goes to their defenses, to their best running backs, everybody. They're in the same shape we're in. So this is going to be one heck of a scrimmage. It's going to be a crazy scrimmage. I bet you get to see a whole bunch of Chris Denson in this game if Kate Klubnik doesn't play. And if I'm Kate Klubnik, I got a bad thumb. Why am I out there doing this? Unless it's just kind of a smoke screen up until game time, thinking that he's going to start. because thumbs don't heal that quick. They really don't. It's like ankles. They're just one of those things. Once you injure it, man, it's like, wow, man, takes it a minute. So if he's injured so bad he can't even grip a football and throw it, who knows? Then you got linebackers. Wade Woodaz was going to be his last game of his career, and he's out. So that brings up Jeremiah Alexander, who's going to start. But does Sammy Brown play? I'm hearing he might not even play. There's been so many players I heard that had after-season surgeries that we didn't know about, were nicked up here and there. And it's always shoulders. On the defensive side of the ball, it's always shoulder injuries. Guess why? Because you tackle with your shoulders. More shoulder injuries because we tackled better this year. Simple as that. And that's why a lot of guys avoid tackling, because they don't want to hurt their shoulders. And that's why, back when I was a kid, we played with those big shoulder pads, big, tall stacks of pads. You hit somebody, you wouldn't even know it. You wouldn't even know it. Now these guys wear these really thin down versions that look pretty much like, body armor. And it's not the same. They take all that into their body, and that concussion goes throughout. I'm not kidding you. We used to wear the giant shoulder pads with the big neck braces and stuff, man. I played in the 80s, so that's what I did. And I'd hit a guy, I'd never even know it. I'd get off, like, hey, man, that was pretty close. It was like running into a pad, it wasn't like, you didn't feel it. Now these guys get concussed. You know what I'm saying? Because, their bodies take a beating. I can't tell you how many safeties I've watched with bad shoulders over the years. I just can't name them. Safeties are always the guys because they're coming downhill and they're always putting their head first forward on a run play. Linebackers will be second behind those guys. And then it's just it's part of the game. You play with injuries. You play through the year. You play hurt. People don't know it. These guys play hurt all the time. All the time. It's crazy how many times these guys play hurt. And again, I'm going to tell you right now, look, I'm telling you, Penn State in the same boat. Like I said, both their running backs have opted out. Their top defensive linemen have opted out. They've had several players opt out. They're going to be looking, and they got injuries as well. Guys right now doing exactly the same. Every roster in college football is experiencing what Clemson's doing right now. The only reason it's being exposed this time for Clemson, because this is the first time it hasn't really, I hate to say it, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, it's not like going to the playoffs. Even if you're going to continue to play hurt if you're going into the playoffs. You're not opting out if you're playing in the playoffs. And that's been where we've been at for like the last dozen years, so we're kind of spoiled. It's been 3 or 4 years in and out of the playoffs here lately, but Dabo's managed to keep the roster galvanized and focused and everybody still looking, being all in. This is the first time we've seen players opt out this much at this level, percentage of guys that have declared versus opt out. Because almost everyone declared has opted out now. That normally didn't happen. You might have had one or two. Man, it's going to be fun to watch how this transpires on the field, because depth is going to be a big time problem for both teams in this game. And the other thing is quarterback play. I don't like I said, if Cade Klubnik doesn't play, does Vazina get to start? Does Denson get a bunch of packages? Does Benson have packages for him in this anyway? Do they coach this game as like a scrimmage where we just want to see what's going to be there for next year, or that should go out there with a game plan to win? I don't know. Dabo had a really aloof sense about himself today. He yelled about that next man up stuff. We don't care. I bet you he does. Because it's kind of hard to call plays when the quarterback doesn't know them, or if you got guys up there that can't implement what you're doing. Defense side of the ball, man, it's going to be funny to watch. But again, you're going to have a handcuffed Penn State team as well. They're not going to have their top guys in there. Those running backs were a real deal, man. Those guys were both NFL-bound bad dudes, all right? Those guys were legit. They were going to be a problem even if we had our starting 7 like they were before. If we went head-on-head with those guys this year, like they sat as they ended the season, we'd have had a ball game in our hands, folks. It'd have been a good one. As it stands right now, I don't know what to tell you, because I don't. I'm just sitting here thinking, man, I got to figure this whole thing out now. It's going to be the most freaking fun off season because of stuff like this. The portal. What's to come in the portal. I put an article out a couple days ago about the outgoing guys that have already declared and what we're losing and why and where they might be going. That's out on ClemsonSportsNews.com. Go check that out. It's just a very unique situation for us as Clemson fans, media, all of it. Okay, it's a new angle for us to cover the team. They've gone to bowls other than playoffs in the last few years, but then even the Gator Bowl, even the Pop Tarts Bowl and Cheez It Bowl a few years ago, they managed to keep the team engaged and nobody opted out. You remember? There was a point of pride. Clemson was in the Cheez It Bowl, nobody opted out, and those teams in the playoffs had guys opting out. This time, you got guys thinking it ain't worth it. We just got to bang it up through 7-5 season, and this is our reward, trip to New York. They can afford to get that on their own with the money they got paid. And then there's another one that opted out today that I kind of laughed at. Ian Shefflin announces he's opting out of the bowl game. Guy never got, kind of mounted to nothing. I don't understand that whole project as it stood. When he first came out, I kind of thought it was cool. Novelty, hey, Dabo wants to bring this guy off the basketball team, yada, yada. When I saw it try to be implemented on the field a couple of times, I saw why it didn't work. And then for him to not contribute and to opt out like he was a part of he should have just quietly faded off as far as I was concerned. I didn't need an announcement from me and Shefflin, but yeah, he's opted out. Again, I don't think that's going to hurt us in our tight end because I want to see Logan Brooking, the freshman, get in there and play. He's a very promising looking a guy who reminds me of Jake Brenningstool, but a little bit quicker, but a little bit less size. Okay, you got a taste of him in the Furman game. When Denson hit him for the little touchdown. So that's a guy you got to watch for. Number 7, he's going to be fun. Again, Chris Denson, man, all these Keith Adams just left. So your running back is going to be something to watch. I think a lot of Gideon Davidson. Adam Randall's playing. He opted into this game. Kay Klubnik's playing. Blake Miller's playing. Will Helt is playing. These guys are all guys that could have just said, "No, forget it." But they're in there. They're all playing. And Adam Randall and Kay Klubnik got Senior Bowl offers. So did Blake Miller. They all going to the Senior Bowl. I saw that last week. They came in and presented them in a team meeting. Pretty cool. It was kind of odd to see. We can say Peter Woods, Avion Terrell, 2nd and 3rd team All-Americans, just announced today. I have that article up on the website as well. And postseason accolades. It's just funny that the All-ACC teams came out, and it's the first time I haven't seen it littered with Clemson guys in probably a decade. It's been, I would say, right before Dabo came onto the scene as Tigers coach. Back then, it was a fight to see some Tigers up on the All-ACC team, but now. It's been Clemson kind of owns that All ACC team, and the whole first team was not a Tiger in sight. So that a little disappointing to see this year. And again, I don't know if that goes to the league or to Clemson's play or to people downplaying what Clemson was able to do. Again, you can't tell me there's no better linebacker than Sammy Brown in the league. There's not. You can't tell me there's a better kicker than Nolan Uzer in the league because there's not. And there's a couple small examples I can give you, but hey, man, there's some cool things to look at going into next year. There's a couple defensive linemen I'm really big on. Heaven Brown Schuler, they call him heavy duty, number 42, from in Georgia, over there in Atlanta, Pace's Academy. This guy has been waiting for his chance, and he's got the goods, folks. Champ, I can't think of Champ's last name right now. I'll think of it in a minute, but. That is no Champ Thompson. Sorry, having a little brain fart. Excuse the French, but Champ Thompson, another guy. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do inside. He can really move bodies. This is going to be a chance for some guys. And like I said, there's a lot of guys going to not play, so you're going to see some names up there you don't know, especially in the linebacker core sliding in and out. We're talking ex walk-ons. I'm not kidding, guys. I don't know what I'm going to be looking at. I have the play chart in front of me the whole day and night, watching the game or afternoon that day, just trying to keep up with who's who. It's going to be one of those, and so get your popcorn out. It's going to be fun to watch. You might get a little glimpse into the future. Basketball. Now let's get back to Brad Brown on the Madison Square Garden last Monday night. What a great game! Took it down to the last second and lost to BYU on that 3-pointer at the buzzer. Should have won it, but hey, man, that's the number 10 basketball team in the country. Clemson's really trending high in the net. I think they're ranked in the top 30 of net. And that game against Alabama prior to that, another one close down to the last minute there. Two great games, and both on the road. If they're played in Little John, Clemson wins them. The game Saturday, again, they came down and they played a really good opponent. People don't realize that was a really good basketball team Mercer brought in. That point guard could just fire it up, man. He was all over the place. He had like almost 30 points when it was all said and done. Tigers come out with a win, though, in the end there, imposed themselves at the end. And again, it's the versatile changing up of the lineups, man. Again, I keep going back to the Swiss Army knife of talent they've got there. They've got a different kind of guy for a different kind of situation all over the place. They just don't have that one dude I would just say, hey, he's my go-to, go drill me a three-pointer. Porter is kind of becoming that guy. But, man, I sure would like to see some other guys like a Chase Thompson, the kid. So like to see him do what he's supposed to do. Be that guy. Hand him the ball and watch the three-pointers just float out his hand. We need a guy that you can count on who can just slice them up. And hey, man, if you leave him open, it's three. You got to have that dude. And right now, like I said, Porter becoming that guy. Man, what a ball player. That guy plays hard on both ends of the ball. He's my favorite ball player this year, him and Butter Johnson, both of them. But, man, great versatility, cool culture they got going there. It's fun to watch this basketball team, guys. I mean, are you having fun? I am. And tomorrow night, it's the Gamecocks. Who's got the Tigers beating the Gamecocks tomorrow? I sure do. Brad Brownell and this team are going to do some good things this year. It's going to be fun to watch this play out because ACC play starts here soon, real soon. I think this is the last non-conference matchup we got before we get into ACC play, and here we go. This is where it gets fun. When I grew up as a kid, man, watching these games, man, on like local Jeff Pilot sports, everybody remembers that stuff. It was like Channel 4 or Channel 13 or just one local channel. And back then it was the UHF or the cable TV. You had to switch between the two because you didn't have them on both. You didn't have your local channels on your cable back then. You know what I'm saying? You had your cable, then you had your local channels. They were on the antenna. But yeah, Jefferson Pilot Sports presents, and that logo, and it had the Atlantic Coast Conference. And those are some great basketball games, man. Watching playing in the old Dean, in the old UNC arena back before the Dean Dome was built. Watching games with Lefty Drizel in Maryland. Wow. Bobby Crimmins and the guys over at Georgia Tech. But get back to this week. Tomorrow, the Gamecocks are in town. Guys, get yourselves over to Little John. Have some fun. It's going to be a raucous atmosphere. Tigers Gamecocks. The Palmetto series continues. And let's see what we can do. I think tomorrow will be a great game for the Tigers. Gamecocks not having some pretty good success of their own this year. I mean, they're holding their own. So looking good for a really good basketball game tomorrow night. SEC versus ACC tomorrow night with Clemson and Carolina. Let me see what else I got on my old notes list here. Let's see. We talked about Sean Poppy and all that good stuff, but yeah, man, a great start to the week. Hey, man. Just wanted to remind everybody, brand new sponsor just had that. We missed it tonight. They invited us over to their VIP opening for sponsors and for local businesses. And that was over at Firehouse Subs on Tiger Boulevard, guys. They just opened up tonight. And I think the grand opening is sometime this week. I will get back on here. We will post that grand opening with a post, letting everybody know when. But Firehouse Subs is back in Clemson. The original location shut down downtown. This is now open over here on Tiger Boulevard. You got to get in there, and I've got 10 locations throughout the upstate that we cover with this sponsorship. That's Firehouse Subs of the upstate with Mr. Elliott, the owner. The man, Tiger Firehouse Subs is open on Tiger Boulevard. Firehouse Subs, Tiger Boulevard, that's open now. Okay, so check those guys out. And hey, man, another night here at Clemson Sports News again on Friday. Until then, and a go Tigers.